Hi, my name is Brandy Cruther, and I'm a communication strategist at Madison Park Techno-Vocational High School. And guess what? It is CTE month. That stands for Career Technical Education. And we're celebrating CTE month at Madison Park Techno-Vocational High School. With over 20 vocational programs, we want you to learn more about all of them. All right, I am so lucky to be here with Mr. Falter, who is the vocational teacher of the Design and Visual Communications program at Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you today, Brandy?
I am great. Could you tell us about the Design and Visual Communication program?
I'd be more than happy to. Design and visual communication at Madison Park, we are known as the creative vocation. We focus on various different types of art, including graphic design, digital illustration, traditional art with drawing and painting, as well as mixed media. We also have a section of the vocation that works with HTML and web design building.
Wow, you guys do all those exciting things.
Yes, we do. And we're very excited about our program. And we're always excited to work with new students. We have a group of freshmen that I am very excited to have with me, eager, creative, and they're ready to learn.
So young people come in. How does it start? They come in their freshman year. What are some of the things they're exposed to?
So we focus a lot on creativity and also drawing skills. So we look at drawing as the foundation of everything that we do creatively. And so we start out with the very basics with sketches and looking at proportions, composition, how do we control our lines, things like that. So even kids who don't feel confident about their drawing or creative abilities, we start off slow so that everybody can learn and grow.
One thing that's happened in the industry, and we've seen a lot of it just right here in Boston, is we used to use this word graffiti. I don't even think they use it anymore. But you're seeing, I love how you said it, fine art. You're
Hmm.
seeing this thing like fine art really take place in the city. And I know Rob Black is an alumni of Madison Park Technical Vocational High School, and he's been doing painting a lot of murals
Yeah.
throughout the city of Boston. Can you tell us a little bit about how young people come in? And I love how you say they do creative art, conceptual art, how they
Hmm.
are able to create a piece and really bring it to life.
And so, what's wonderful about the things that Rob does in the community is he is not only using his art and his talent to beautify the city, but also his artwork has meaning, and so it always connects with an idea um, that relates directly to the city and the community. And we have Rob come in and talk to our students. He's a close friend of Design and Visual, and he comes in and he talks with the students and talks about his process. And so, as I mentioned before about the planning and sketching, he does all that from start to finish. So his process is really important, and for him to come in to Madison Park and talk to the kids about that, how what they're learning in design and visual is what professional artists actually do.
Wow. What are some of the careers young people and or opportunities that they will have after graduating from Madison Park Technical Vocational High School?
Well, there's lots of different avenues that students can explore with their certification in DVC. They can go into graphic design, digital illustration, web development, and web design. They could do tap into photography, and then they could also offer services as a freelance contracted artist.
So they're able to become their own boss.
Yes, absolutely.
How cool is that? And is it okay to just graduate from Madison and just go in the industry, or should they seek higher education? How does that go?
So I always encourage my students to pursue higher education. I'm a firm believer in education. I always have been. And I always encourage students to further their education because the skills that they build at Madison Park, that's really just kind of a solid foundation. And so if they pursue higher education and they study these subjects, let's say graphic design, for example, they're building upon those skills to really bring them to the next level and get those highly competitive jobs and really be prepared for the industry.
Now I know there's co-ops and internships. So we talked about some young people can just go straight out. I want to remind everyone straight into their career right after high school, and they can seek, and that's why I said that higher education to kind of really bring that together. But what are some of the co-op opportunities that young kids get while there? Because I think that's so cool to be able to work while at Madison.
Absolutely. And so we have great opportunities for the kids to do co op or after school jobs, even. So we have a close relationship with Artists for Humanity. We've had many students go there as co op or as a job, but they're also learning as they're doing the job. And so there's a whole group of wonderfully talented artists over there who are really passionate about the field and what they do in the community. And so, what they offer our kids at Madison is a real world experience. And so they can get out there and see what it's like being a creative professional. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for them. I also have students that have worked for the Museum of Fine Arts and the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum.
Oh, how exciting. So I want to ask you a question. What do you do to inspire young creative people in the design and visual communication program? Because it just sounds so exciting. So what do you do personally to help them keep that creativity, keep coming and coming out of them? How do you ignite them?
That's a great question. There's a lot of answers I could give you, but I'll narrow it down to just a few. So, in design and visual, every day in class, we draw. We draw. It's the first thing that we do. And each day I give them a drawing prompt. And so they'll have to draw something specific, like, say, locomotive or something like that. And so when I give them a prompt that's a little bit generic, I challenge them to interpret that in their own unique way. So
Mhm.
show me that locomotive like I've never seen one before, and really think about how you would design this particular thing. And so it's really getting their minds to think outside of the norm. Like, this is what an everyday thing looks like. How can I make that look unique and be individual to me? And
Wow.
one of the other things that I use is looking at artwork and talking about it. And so a lot of times I will demonstrate something, I will do a teacher exemplar and present it to them. When we were in the classroom, I used to sit and draw with them, demonstrate hands on. And so those types of things really get the students excited and eager to learn. So when they see it in front of them and they see it happening and they're looking at what professionals are doing out there in the world, it really sparks that fire in them. And then they really want to get into creating.
Wow. Now I know we're doing remote learning and you're talking, and the first thing that came to my mind is your vocational program must be excelling with remote learning because you're able to use computers to draw and do a lot of graphics. How's that going for your program?
That's going pretty well. So there are limitations with remote learning, as we all know as we go through this. But we're working, towards achieving our goals in the best ways that we can. So we're being very creative, as we love to be.
I love it. I love it.
So we work together to come up with solutions to get by. But what I'm really focusing on is the fundamentals, and it's so important. And so that way, when we do get back into the classroom and we have all our resources at hand, then we'll be extra prepared and really feel confident going in our artistic and creative abilities.
Well, Mr. Fulton, I want to thank you, and we're celebrating you for CTE month. And it's been great talking to you today. And I wish you the very best. So
Thank
thanks
you
again
so
for
much.
being a part of today's celebrating CTE month at Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. And I wish you the best this year.
Thank
Thank
you, Mr.
you.
Richard.